Hi everyone, my name is Lothar Wagner and I want to thank you very much for your time today to view this short video on a new feature that we have in OES 2015 SP1. And that new feature specifically is how to use the upgrade channel or the patch channel to upgrade to OES 2015 SP1. So prior to OES 2015 SP1, the way that you would upgrade to say just OES 2015 is you would insert the OES 2015 DVD into your server, reboot the server, and perform the upgrade. With this new SP1 release, we have a new mechanism that with a couple of very simple steps, you can use the patch channel or the upgrade channel to upgrade your server to OES 2015 SP1. We can start from OES 11 SP2 64-bit or OES 2015 64-bit. From both of those platforms, you can deploy OES 2015 SP1 using the patch channel. Not only will we upgrade the version of OES, but we will also upgrade the version of SLES. Both OES 11 SP2 and OES 2015 SP3 ran on SLES 11 SP3. With OES 2015 SP1, we will upgrade you to SLES 11 SP4 at the same time as upgrading to OES 2015 SP1. I have a quick demo here to show you the steps that are required to use the upgrade channel or the patch channel to upgrade to OES 2015 SP1. Here we have an OES 11 server that we're going to go through the steps and upgrade. Following this short video, I will have a couple of slides summarizing these steps for you as well. The first thing we want to do is make sure that this is in fact an OES 11 server, and as you can see here from the Novell release file, we do in fact have OES 11 SP2. We want to make sure that this server is fully patched. Next, we're going to use Zypper to see what products are available to us through the different repositories. What we're looking for here is specifically the SUSE-SLES-SP4-migration product. We need to go ahead and install that in order to get started. Once the installation is complete, we're going to run the zypper pd-i command again just to make sure that it is in fact installed and there weren't any issues. Now that we have the SLES 11 SP4 migration product installed, we're going to go ahead and re-register ourselves with the update server. What this will do is unlock additional SLES 11 SP4 repositories for us to use later on. You can see those SLES 11 SP4 repositories here. Now that we have those in place, the next thing that we need are the OES 2015 repositories. I'm going to go ahead and type them here. If you can't see that, I do have summary at the end which will illustrate all the commands used. As well, once OES 2015 ships, you will be able to see those in the documentation. I am using the beta repositories here, and as a result they are access protected. I have to authenticate to them as my OES activation code does not grant me access to the beta 2015 SP1 repositories. Once SP1 ships, however, you will not have to do this any longer. We've got our OES 2015 SP1 repositories as well as our SLES 11 SP4 repositories in place. What we want to do now is just refresh the cache for those. Again, I'm using beta software here, so you'll see some errors around some of the certificate lookups and so on. These will be corrected when OES 2015 SP1 ships. We've added all our proper repositories, we've done the refresh, we've made sure that there are absolutely no errors. We're just going to do one last quick check to make sure that we have all the proper repositories, and then we can go ahead and get started. Everything looks good, and it looks like we're all set to begin the upgrade. Let's execute the command to actually do the upgrade. You'll notice that a couple of files will need to be updated. This is as you would expect. Some files will also need to be downgraded. This is for compatibility purposes. And likewise, some files will actually be removed, again for compatibility purposes. With that many packages to update, the upgrade itself will take a few minutes, so we're just going to skip ahead. Now that it is complete, if we now check our Novell release file, you'll see that we are in fact at an OES 2015 SP1 server level. At this point, we have some cleanup to do. We're going to remove those manually added OES 2015 SP1 repositories as they can potentially cause us problems down the road. We will let the system re-add those later on. To re-add the proper channels automatically, we'll re-register the system with the update server. You'll notice that I do get some errors here because, as I mentioned earlier, I am using the beta update channels, and the registration code that I've used for OES does in fact not have access to those OES 2015 SP1 channels at this point in time. That will be corrected when the product is released. Now that you've seen the process to upgrade a server, an OES 11 SP2 server, to OES 2015 SP1, let's take a few moments to review the steps that we took. First and foremost, it is important to prepare. You first have to be on the right server platform. Again, we only support upgrades from OES 11 SP2 or OES 2015. Both of those must be on a 64-bit platform. Next, you have to make sure that those servers are properly patched with all of the available latest patches. The first key component to the upgrade is to make sure that we have access to the SLES 11 SP4 repositories. In order to get access to them, we have to install the SLES 11 SP4 migration product. These are the commands that are used to validate that the product is available to us, to install the product, and then to re-register ourselves and make those repositories available to our OES server. With the SLES 11 SP4 repositories available to us, the next thing we need to do is make sure we add the OES 2015 SP1 repositories. Here are the two repositories that you need and the commands to add them. Once you have added those, the next step to do is to refresh the metadata associated to those repositories to make sure we have a complete listing of everything that is available to us. Now it's time to perform the upgrade to OES 2015 SP1. This is the command that is used to upgrade the server. Don't be alarmed by some packages being downgraded and or removed for compatibility reasons with OES 2015 SP1. At a high level, those are all the steps that are required to actually perform the upgrade. During the demo, there were a lot more checks that were done to ensure that everything was operating properly and as expected. But now the upgrade is complete. Now it's time to do some cleanup. And one of the first things you need to do is remove the OES 2015 SP1 repositories that were added manually, as they could potentially cause some problems down the road. We will re-add them properly automatically via the system later on using the SUSE register command. With that, our upgrade is complete. We'll want to add a local source for the media for OES 2015 in case we ever need it, as well as reboot the server. Once the server reboot has completed, be sure to run the YAS2 channel-upgrade-OES command in order to complete the final reconfiguration of the OES services. For more details and an explanation of all the steps involved, be sure to consult the OES 2015 SP1 documentation when it becomes available. Thank you very much for your time today, and I hope you found this video useful. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, as well as follow Cool Solutions for further updates on OES 2015 SP1 and beyond.